Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Indira VSG, and I'm going to be doing a tag video. The tag is Confessions from a Fat Girl's Diary. Where can I start? First of all, I come from a very poor country, and even though I was never hungry, I never suffered from my parents not even able to provide. I was able to have food and everything I needed. But I did used to live with family members for a long time. My mom didn't have a job, and most of the time she would live with family members. We weren't allowed to go in the refrigerator and eat whatever we wanted. It was like you get the food that was made for that day, your breakfast and your lunch, and that's it. We weren't allowed to like just go and take whatever from the kitchen. It's since we were living in other people's houses. At that time, my mom wasn't even contributing to the rent. Then we came here to United States. I was around 12, almost 13 when I came here. And same thing, we were living with family members. My mom was paying half the rent, with a few exceptions where she lost a job or anything like that. But same thing, we couldn't really go and take whatever we wanted out of the kitchen. It was limited what we had. We weren't starving, we were well fed, but we didn't have extra money to go to eat at restaurants or anything like that. So we were doing pretty well. But then puberty came, and I don't know, with puberty, my hunger got really strong. I just used to eat a lot, like big amounts. Before that, I used to eat very little, like a normal person, but once puberty came, floodgates opened and my hunger was insatiable. When I was about 15 or 16, I got the opportunity to go to take classes at a university. It wasn't university accredited, but we used to take classes and get paid. I think it was $115 a week. Plus, we used to get vouchers to eat food there. And I remember that I used to eat like the most fattening things. There was options for salads and stuff like that, but I never did that. I always ate like the chicken, like fried chicken sandwich with fries, if ice cream, stuff like that. So I was eating that, and then I would come home and I would eat at home, and it was just a lot of food. And then when I turned 17, I got a job at McDonald's, and that's when I really started gaining a good amount of weight. When I was there, I would go to school. In the morning, I wouldn't eat anything, never did. Then I would go to school, eat my lunch at school, to work right away, didn't even get home. And then I would work at McDonald's until 7 or 11. The soda was free. You would get a cup, and I would drink soda like crazy. My favorite drink in the world. So obsessed with it. You could get like a meal 50% off. And the thing is that since we're the ones making it, we used to put extra stuff in it. So we used to like fill up those fries like super high. We used to, if we get chicken nuggets, they would sneak, it was a 6-piece, they would sneak at least a 10-piece in there. They used to have fajitas. We used to make it like huge, packed with like everything we wanted, and we would save it in another spot, because that's where our fajitas or burritos or whatever, not for the client, but like for the people. Like I would make it for myself. At the end, they have like extra food that's left over. Nobody's gonna eat it. We could take it home if we wanted to. And I remember that sometimes I would take it home and I would eat it, and I would give it to my sister, and like super late at night to then go to sleep right away, which is horrible. In the United States, mostly, I got pretty depressed because in my country it's almost summer. 12 months of summer, and over here there's like 9 months where you see almost no sun, and it's cold as fuck. And I wasn't used to that, and being so dark and always dark, and like not having friends and not knowing the language, that pretty much depressed the freak out of me. I dealt with it by eating. So that's another thing. Like eating was what made me feel good. Also, celebrations were rewarded by eating. When I got a job, I started like buying like shitty food at the store, ice cream, stuff like that that we didn't have before. My mom couldn't afford to buy extra stuff, but now I could because I was working. One point I remember that I got kind of fat, and my cousin, she told me, okay, like what you should do is like not eat when you're in school and eat only when you get home and only like a certain amount. I used to spend the whole day at school without eating, not eat before school either. Then get home, eat a little bit, and I lost so much weight. I went all the way down to a size 4, but it was like a loose size 4. I could fit into a 2, but a 2 would have been like super tight. I lost a lot of weight by exercising a lot. I was exercising every day, an hour a day. If it wasn't for the fact that I can't really go a whole day without eating, or I can't really make myself vomit, I would have had a eating disorder. But I guess my body's not made for that. But I would have done it if I could, but I just couldn't. I can't spend a whole day without eating. I don't understand how there's people that say, oh, I forgot to eat. That's like, that would never happen to me. Never. Not even now with the surgery I had, still get hungry. This other job when I was older, where I would leave work and eat at work, eat at my house before I went to work, then eat at work. Then when I got out of work late at night around 11, I used to stop at Burger King and get a meal, eat it there, and then go home to go to sleep. That's when I like to eat, like super late at night. That's when I love eating. And then to go to sleep right away, I think that's the biggest problem. Plus, not exercising. Plus, with age, that's when you start like accumulating weight. My kids also, like with my first pregnancy, I gained around like 50 pounds I gained with that pregnancy. And with the second one, I didn't really gain that much, maybe 30 pounds, but I was already overweight from that one. With both pregnancy, I ended up a little bigger than when I started without the pregnancy. It was a lot of yo-yoing, a lot of like losing. I went to Jenny Craig, paid for that. I did Weight Watchers. That's expensive too. I did another, I think it was Hollywood or Beverly Hills something, where it was mostly protein shakes and then one meal. They did work. I did lose weight, but it wasn't something I could maintain. It wasn't something that I could change the way I was eating for a long time. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. I'm not tagging anybody. I don't like tagging people, so if you want to do it, just do it. Bye.